Welcome back to the Fightfit Challenge, where we watch the brave members of the Fightfit gym undertake the journey of a professional fight. All the contestants train together over 8 weeks and are then matched up evenly by head trainer Paul Fifield and Fightfit owner Bash Sinha. So the fight is even, and so each person does not get hurt. On our last episode, we had an explosive fight between Jim Panagiotidis and Frank Bartone. The youth and aggression in Frank was overwhelming for Jim, and ultimately, Frank won on points. Our third female fight is ready to get underway, as we have the strong and super fit accountant Abbe Kent taking on business owner Kerry Findlow.
We have two lightweight girls, Bash.
Yes.
Abbe and Kerry.
Yep.
Both Abbe's at 59, Kerry's at 57. This is going to be an interesting fight.
Yep.
Abbe is strong, Kerry is tall and skinny.
And nice and long in her punches.
That's right,
yep.
That's right. Abbe walks forward the whole time.
Yep.
Kerry gets on her toes and stays away. So.
I think Kerry's in a fantastic position because she'll have a very deep level of fitness. She's been training for this well before the 8 weeks started. She's been doing sparring well before the 8 weeks started, and she's been doing a lot of skill-based sessions. So it'll be interesting to see how Abbe goes.
Well,
Getting through that long jab.
Abbe has a very, very strong right hand, so if he does get on inside,
yep.
Kerry better be careful.
Yeah, yep. I think it'll be a very interesting and fair fight.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
Kerry Findlow grew up in Canada and has family all around the world. Fortunately, her cousin Callum resides in Melbourne and is also participating in the Fightfit Challenge and is here providing that extra support.
I have a women's wear label that I work on with one of my really close friends. We've done that for about probably 7 years now. And we recently, in the last 6 months, have added a wedding dress business, which is where we are now. So we have a range of wedding dresses that we then make to order. And I also my husband has a screen printing business, so I help him out probably 2-3 days a week. With my work, I feel like there's a running thread through all of them, even though they're quite diverse industries. I feel like basically the running thread is that I'm more of a producer, so I can help kind of pull all the pieces together to make the end outcome happen, and I really enjoy that challenge. I got into boxing through my cousin Cal, and I chose Fightfit because that's where he was going, just saying its praises, and I turned up and everything he said was true. I decided to fight because it's like being in a band, you know, you practice, and if you never gig, you're kind of not in a band. So that was kind of the thinking that just went, all right, I'm just gonna do it.
What's it like having a family member at training? It's very competitive. Whenever we get down to ab exercises, it's usually, we have an ab off, so it's like, yeah.
It's a bridge off.
A bridge off,
yeah.
Or whatever off. It's, yeah,
I think I'm winning. I'm in the current win.
What do I think Kerry's strengths are? She's got long limbs just like the rest of her family members, so she's annoying to fight. It's like fighting a bat.
Or a wet spider.
Yeah, or a wet spider, if you've ever seen her do a push-up. Your weakness, oh God, where to start? No, eczema. Head movement. I'm always talking about head movement.
It really is the fear of the unknown. And because there is that other person in there, I might have a plan of what I'm gonna do, but they have their plan as well, so.
Abbe Kent grew up in Tasmania and left home to join the Army Reserve. She loved the training and discipline that the reserves offered and learnt a lot about herself. Currently, she is an accountant for Australand.
So at the moment I work for a property developer, Australand, working as a finance manager for the apartments and joint venture divisions. So that's everything from equity funding from the joint venture partners to dealing with Department of Housing because we built some houses for them, financial models, dealing with the banks, a bit of everything. All the people that work here are genuinely nice people and have become more like a family than just friends. Bosses are encouraging you to try anything and supportive of what everyone does outside of work, so we've got quite a few coming to the boxing fight. Well, I originally joined Fightfit because a friend runs it, so asked me to come along and join the challenge. I was looking for something to do. I'm hoping to get out of the fight experience just a training session to push me out of my comfort zone. I like to train hard and push myself, but I've never gone that next step in actually getting in a ring or testing out things I've learnt. Fear for probably hurting someone. So it's quite easy to punch a bag and push yourself, but then to actually turn around and hit someone and know it hurts, it's kind of a bit confronting, and then also getting hurt yourself. Going into the ring, I'm going to be probably a bit timid at first, but after a few knocks, you realise they're in the same position as you. It'll be a completely new experience. I've been to a few of the fights before and watched it all, but never been on the other side of the fence where you've got over 1,000 people watching you and people you know.
After the break, we will see how the determined Kerry and the exceptionally fit Abbe cope with the Fightfit Challenge training. The Fightfit Challenge training is designed to take each contestant out of their comfort zones on a regular basis, so on fight night they are as prepared as possible. But most of our challenges don't anticipate the emotional roller coaster that comes with it.
Training so far has been ups and downs. I think there was a week there where I thought I wasn't going to make it. What was so hard about it a few weeks ago, I think it was just relentless. It was just pretty much every night here, just either training with Paul or doing some sparring or doing some PT sessions, and the intensity of it got really, really high, I think. But I mean, it was still good. I was still enjoying it. It was just that it was a lot of effort, and I think the fight was far enough away that it was still this kind of vague kind of threat in the distance.
She is mentally tough. She loves to train and she loves to learn. She could possibly know a bit more about boxing than me in terms of fights. You know, sometimes I get text messages saying, "Oh, did you watch such and such fight on the weekend?" I was like, "What? Who?"
Everybody thinks, you know, getting hit is the hardest part, but I find hitting someone is really difficult. I've never done it before. I've never ever hit anybody, and so even though you know that they're in there intellectually, you know they're in there, they're in the same position I am. There's something when you see a punch connect for the first time. There's this moment where you're like, "Ooh, I didn't mean to do that," except you really did mean to do it, and so I don't know. It's a strange, like, I guess, paradox where you just have these two brains going at the same time. I wasn't prepared for how much kind of camaraderie there really would be. That kind of thing that happens when you just sweat so much with people that you just end up just chatting, and then you find that there's all this other common ground that you hadn't expected, and that's been really, really nice.
Don't get excited on your walk forward. On the walk forward, you walk forward, then you point yourself right here.
Yeah.
You're better at the end of your hands, you know. She would rather you next to her.
Well, she's quite tall and has long arms, so she's naturally quite strong, and we've been working on just keeping her good at long range. Yeah, using her long arms, left rights, left right lefts, and her feet, just keeping it at distance. Her weakness, probably her in close game. When they do get in close, because it is quite difficult because she has long arms, it's quite hard for her to, you know, to use her in close shots.
Okay, don't mix it with her. You're getting too excited. You want to get them back, you know.
Because all the other girls are shorter, so their goal is to just get inside and, you know, work. And it's hard to just keep your cool and then take a step back and play the long game again when someone is just coming on you. So yeah, getting caught up, that would be the weakness, is getting caught up and trading with them or trying to in close when it's just taking away my one advantage that no one else has.
Keep it long, keep it long.
I think she'll do really well. I think if we stick to the game plan, she uses her long arms and she uses her feet, I think that the opponent will struggle to get in close to her.
Beautiful, kids.
Like Kerry, Abbe has also found herself revelling in the ups and downs of this experience. All in all, both girls are thriving.
Training so far for me has been really awesome. I'm enjoying the workout and the exercising and the friends and people you meet. Paul taking the class has been awesome. Some really good ab workouts. A few near pass out moments and near sick moments, but otherwise going great.
With Abbe sort of came already pre-baked, so to speak. She's strong, she can punch, she got fast hands, and she can move. So it's a little minor adjustment.
I think I've been surprised by the sparring. I thought I'd be fine with it. Now to actually turn around and hit someone, I'm struggling with that. So I'll hit someone and go, oh my gosh, sorry.
Weakness is that when she does something that doesn't quite work, then she get a little flustered, you know? So I always have to remind her, you know, to keep your head down, relax, don't move your feet, you know, move around the ring, get yourself back together, then go back in and try it again.
The first sparring session, I got a bit upset at, the thought that I'm going to fail or I'm going to get knocked out or what am I doing here? So I definitely got a bit upset, but then after a few good sparring sessions, you get to move around, know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and you test out some of the things that the trainers have taught you and it gets easier. Strengths would have to be, I think I can hit a good right hand, so the trainers have said, so I think if I keep that going, I'll get a few good punches in.
Abbe, man, Abbe is an extremely hard worker.
I think I've trained as hard as I need to. I've backed off from what I would normally do in a day, just because I'll do a morning and then probably 2 afternoon sessions leading up to this, whereas now, Paul takes us through a pretty good session at the night, so I'll just do a run in the morning and then just a session at night. So I don't feel I'm doing as much training, but definitely better focused training.
So I had to tell her sometime to stop training as well. She trains really hard.
I definitely feel fitter as each class you're getting better.
You have to stay close to Kerry. She can't stay on the outside and let Kerry pick her apart with that jab. Usually when someone has very long arms, when you get too close to them, they can't get the reach to move to express themselves. So our game plan with Kerry is to press.
Up next, we will see if Kerry can keep Abbe away with her long jab and if Abbe can close the gap and take away Kerry's reach in the much anticipated fight.
It's fight night at the spectacular Melbourne Pavilion, and we've got a ladies' contest at the featherweight limit. Abbe Kent against Kerry Findlow. Let's have a listen to both fighters before they enter centre ring.
I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling excited. Kind of coming in waves, so anytime I see something new, there's like a little moment of a butterfly, but so far so good. The only thing I'm really worried about is tripping as I get into the ring, especially because that seems quite high.
I'm feeling pretty good. Excited to fight, actually. I'm fighting a girl I haven't sparred with before, so that's going to be kind of interesting. More excited than anything. Definitely worried about the height difference, but it's both of our first fights, so it's just testing what we've learned for the last 8 weeks, so it's going to be good fun. And then we can all drink afterwards. I think we're more excited about that. So yeah.
As you can see, big height advantage, 6 centimetres in fact for Kerry Findlow over Abbe Kent. Bruce Eva with you, sitting alongside the master trainer, Paul Fifield. Paul, this should be an absolute beauty.
It should be good. Abbe said pre-fight that she was worried about the height from Kerry, and Kerry likes to use her height advantage. She puts her opponents on the end of a long jab and a long right hand, and Abbe's going to have to get underneath that punch and get on the inside.
It's not just the height, she's got long arms to go with it. They almost go down to her knees, and if she can keep Abbe at distance, it's going to be a long, long night for the blonde lady.
Yeah, she's going to use those go-go gadget arms of hers, isn't she?
And she's pouring out that jab, trying to keep Abbe at range, who's really got to close the distance to be effective.
Yeah, the danger from a novice fighter is that they'll stay at the end of those punches, and Kerry will be able to just pick her off when she wants. So Abbe's really got to get underneath those punches and throw that right hand. She's got a very, very strong right hand when she does let it go. I've felt it in training a few times. It's a beauty.
Abbe has to be throwing as she's coming in, and she's doing that just now, closing the distance and making Kerry work. But as soon as she eats that jab, and good little combination there from Kerry as well. Fast hands.
Yeah, that can be the telling thing with the fight here. Kerry can sit back there and just throw those long arms and catch Abbe as she tries to get through. So Abbe's going to have to think about how she's going to get past that jab.
Both super fit. Abbe, as you've heard, a marathon background, so there'll be no problems with her going the full 6 minutes. Fatigue shouldn't be a factor.
Yeah, Kerry's very, very consistent in her training. Abbe hasn't been so consistent, but she's very self-motivated. So when she has work commitment, I know she's training on her own.
The jab working for Kerry in this first round, although Abbe again gets in close and scores 2 or 3 times to the head.
Yeah, Abbe got through Kerry's long jab then and landed a few punches, and it was a beautiful punch, the best punches of the round so far, I thought.
Third person in centre ring, the veteran referee Jimmy Boland. He's just seen up close Abbe bounce a good right hand off the left side of the jaw of Kerry Findlow.
Yeah, Kerry's got to get back on her toes. As soon as Abbe gets in there, she's got to get on her toes and get back to that long, long arm of hers.
And that's the end of a fast-paced first round. Plenty of jabs thrown by Kerry, but Abbe did well when she got in close.
Well, that's right. As soon as she does get in close, she is scoring, isn't she? So Abbe has to work on jumping in there, getting in it. As you can see from that slow-mo there, she's landed 3 or 4 good punches because she got past the jab of Kerry.
Tough round to score. We're into the second round now. 3 2-minute stanzas, and they're letting their hands go immediately. And Kerry again working well off the back of that jab.
Yeah, she's using her feet now as well as the jab, so she's moving away as she throws the jab when she has to, and that's what she has to do. She got caught flat-footed a couple of times then, and Kerry took advantage.
Abbe lunging in but coming up short, and that's that height differential where she just can't get close enough to Kerry to make her punches count.
Yeah, she's got to step in, doesn't she, Bruce? She's got to step in past that jab, so she's probably have to move her head, weave underneath. There she goes. She got in the inside, and she capitalises when she gets in, and that's good. That's going to show heavily on the scorecards.
Certainly having the best of the exchanges is Abbe when she does get close enough, but Kerry scoring freely with a good stiff jab.
Yeah, that's it. The judges are going to have a hard time here because when Kerry stays long, she's landing with those jabs. When Abbe gets in, she's the one landing. So far, it's quite an even fight.
Good head movement from Abbe, trying to make herself a hard target to hit. Well, Kerry keeps her jab long and straight, and probably not often enough does she follow up with the straight right behind it.
Yeah, because Kerry has got a good right hand as well. And there goes Abbe stepping in again, but this is falling a little bit short. She's got to get in close. There's the opportunity. She's got to take advantage when Kerry looks to the side a little bit. She's got to take advantage and step in and take advantage of that, but she hasn't been doing that.
Closing seconds of the second round, another hard round to score. Excellent atmosphere in the Melbourne Pavilion. Huge crowd, and they're enjoying the action from the two ladies.
Well, there was a good combination again from Abbe. She got on the inside of Kerry and she starts throwing it. Most of them were caught on the glove at that time, which was good on Kerry's behalf, keeping her defence in nice and tight. Best bit of defence I've seen from her so far.
Jim Boland, your referee, keeping a close eye on both girls. Abbe again doing good work in close, and a little short left there at the end. And that's the end of the second round. Good pace this fight over the first 2.
Yeah, the last few seconds of Abbe's was beautiful. Yeah, she's got to learn to keep that chin down when she throws that right hand, Abbe. There you go. Have a look at Kerry's hands here. They're all over the place. As soon as Abbe gets on the inside, she's not sure what goes on. Her arms are out, and that's why she's getting caught by Abbe.
Final round coming up. The girls touch gloves. 2 minutes to go. And can Abbe continue on the attack as she did late in that second round. Kerry tries to keep her at bay with the jab. It's been a foolproof strategy throughout the evening.
And that's what she's got to do again. I wouldn't change the strategies from either of them. Kerry's got to throw that long jab, stick it on the face of Abbe. Abbe's got to get on the inside and work when she does.
And Abbe actually caught Kerry as she was coming in on 2 occasions on that time.
Yeah, they were nice long punches on the end of that. I just want to see Abbe step that big step in and commit herself to it, and then she'll be able to land.
And Kerry now following up with the straight right behind her jab, clearly listening to her corner.
Yeah, she had her chin in the air again. She's got to keep that chin down. Come on, Abbe, step on the inside and throw that right hand. There you go. She's on the inside now, and as soon as she gets in there, she lands a couple of good shots of her own, and Kerry moves off quickly before she doesn't get caught with another one.
Great right cross in that exchange by Abbe, who's probably shading this round at the moment.
Well, it's a difficult one to score because she is catching those. She's getting caught with those jabs, but when she does get in, she lands some bigger shots, doesn't she, Bruce?
Certainly does. It's been an excellent fight. Neither girl leaving anything in the tank.
Yeah, they're not suddenly getting too tired, are they? I know Abby's very fit and she's got that endurance in her, and she'll be able to keep going for a long time. But none of the girls are showing too much fatigue at this stage.
Neither fighter really going to the body. Kerry occasionally, Abbe, good clipping right hand there to the left side of the jaw.
She's got to follow it up. She lands that one, she's letting Kerry get away. She's got to step in and just stay there. There we go again. And she's got to follow it up too quickly. Abby's got to step in, and so Kerry can't get away like that. She's against the ropes. Now's the time for her to move. Oh, and a lovely right hand, one of the best punches of the fight so far.
No doubt about that. Pace hasn't slackened. We're into the closing seconds of the third and final round. Abbe looks like she's won this round, but is it enough to win the fight? Both girls need to let their hands go. Abbe wore a big right hand, and that's it. What a terrific 6 minutes of action between Abbe Kent and Kerry Findlow.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can't get any closer. Judge Anthony Hibbs had it 29-29. It's a draw. Peter Flaherty had Kerry Findlow 29, Abbe Kent 28. Henry Nissen had the reverse card. He had Abbe Kent 30, Kerry Findlow 27. Therefore, it's a split draw. It's a draw.
The experience has been a little bit surreal. It's good but scary, and awesome to have everyone that you know here, and yeah, then you kind of block it out during the fight, and then you hear the people, so in and out, just surreal.
I've never experienced anything like it before, and I don't think you can unless you do it. I think that's the only way to know what it feels like. It's fantastic. I loved it. Yeah, I'd do it again.
What an incredibly close fight. Both girls stuck to their game plan and should be happy with how they performed. An absolutely amazing effort for two first-time fighters. Join us next time for our final episode for the season, and it is a heavyweight fight you don't want to miss. We will see if the business owner can overpower the financial advisor when these two go head-to-head in our last blockbuster fight. If you would like to compete in the Fightfit Challenge or just get fit and have fun, call 1300 FIGHTFIT or go to fightfit.com.au. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Fightfit Challenge.